Record. So if you guys don't know, like I have a YouTube where I put all of these. Angela, if you have it, like the main one, not just like one of the recording, can you throw that in the Telegram? Guys, if you haven't before, like click that, go follow it, turn on notifications so when I post something new, you get it. You can go back and watch any of the old ones, right? Any of the trainings that I've ever done. I try to do a decent job of like naming them, and they generally post in orders, right? So the farther you go back, you will see stuff. And if you can't see something, just let me know. But that's a great way to do like self-study because there's pre-recorded like kitchen table appointments and stuff on there. That's probably the one that if you were going to go back and watch something, that's where you would do it. Or if you felt like if you missed a Thursday night or something, that's go back and watch those. All right. So tonight I want to hit really hard on the incentives. I'll probably be done with this in about 15, 20 minutes. And then I want to use somebody that's here, that somebody, one of the newer people that has not seen what it would look like for them for a life insurance policy. Because I want you to see how cheap it actually is if you're relatively young, especially, right? And even if you're not young, probably cheaper than you think it would be. Okay. So let me pull this up. I want to go through all this stuff because guys, there is just so much stuff going on. It's crazy, right? It is absolutely crazy. So unfinished business, right? So what we're calling the run to 2 million for Andy and Brittany, right? And the red line hierarchy. Because if you didn't know, we're part of a $1 million hierarchy. That's kind of a big deal inside of Primerica, right? So our national sales directors, Andy and Brittany, they are $1 million earners number 131, right? So almost 60 ago now at this point. And we did that a little over 2 years ago. Okay. So now their goal is to hit 2 million in a year. My goal is to beat them to the million. So at this point right now, I've got about 3 years left to hit a million a year in income to beat their record. That's my goal, right? That's my goal. But in order for me to do that, similar to the way that they did, right? We kind of have to understand some fundamentals, right? So recruiting is always the tip of the spear because whether you like it or not, guys, if you want to build a big business and you want more agents inside the business than you have to hire, you have to recruit, you have to onboard. I don't care what word you use. You have to attract, right? You have to attract and retain and train great talent and great people. If you ever expect to build a business and be able to override something and make money when you're not there, you have to have a business. Okay. And that starts with bringing people in. It truly does. And this month is the best opportunity that we've seen in a long time. And I'll show you why, because we've got a reduced licensing cost and the game changer IBAs, which is essentially a free way to get somebody licensed. Okay. So when we think about guys, like the lifeblood of the business, it starts with recruiting, right? It starts with bringing somebody into the business. And then as we bring them in, it's our job as field trainers to then field train you because we got to teach you how to run the business. You got to get the license. Okay. They happen at the same time. You have to get licensed on your own. We'll help you, give you all the tips and tricks. Angela will give you every like road imaginable to get you there, but you have to get trained. Otherwise, getting the license isn't going to do you much. Okay. And then along the way, the field training and the licensing leads to promotion. Okay. Three by three. 3 by 3, guys. That's all you need to focus on. You don't need to have 100 people, right? You need 3 to 5 really good people that are committed and moving in the same direction, and a lot can happen. Look, so when we took the numbers from the $1 million run, right? We produced inside of that run to a million with Andy and Brittany, three other, right? With two other $300,000 earners, I think seven or $800,000 earners, and a bunch of watch earners, meaning they had made $50,000 in a year. Okay. When we make the run to 2 million, if we actually get this thing going like I think we can, these are the projected numbers of what is going to happen. 15 new regional vice presidents, 12 new people making over 100K a year, not even at the VP level yet. 8 new people, most likely of these, half of these RVPs, right, making probably 200 grand a year, roughly 7 new 300,000 a year earners, and probably three $500,000 a year earners. Most likely, out of that, obviously, we're looking at one new $2 million earner. That's going to be Andy and Brittany, and somebody in that range hopefully me, I'm just saying, all right, will be the next $1 million earner that comes out of that. Just saying, right? And oh, by the way, there should be some senior vice president promotions happening in there. But for me to become a senior vice president, guys, I've got to promote three of you to regional vice president. I'm waiting. I'm ready. I'm here for it. Okay. Look, these are the basics, guys. These are the fundamentals of a Primerica business. You have to get really good at prospecting, thinking about who would be good in the business, thinking about who might be open to the opportunity. We call that your 1,000 name list. Making a list, guys, is just putting people on and taking people off. Put them on the list. If they're open to the opportunity, show it to them. If they're open to the business and maybe they get started, then maybe they don't finish. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. I've been in the business for 4 years, guys. I've seen a lot of people come and a lot of people go. I'm at the point right now where I'm actually reaching back out, and people are reaching back out to me that were in the business like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and saying, "Hey, man, look, I'm so sorry. It just wasn't the right time. I'm ready to get licensed now. I'm ready to do this." It happens, guys, and that's okay, right? But that's why we always keep the relationship open. We're always nice to everybody because maybe it just wasn't the right time, right? So prospecting is super important. This is, I would honestly probably put appointment setting at number one, like just me personally, because if you can't get on an appointment, you can't close business. If you can't get to the point where you're having that conversation, like with a dedicated reason and time, date, and place, that appointment, the odds of you actually building a big business are going to be difficult. Okay. So this is in reality, I would say this is number one, not my slide, right? But this is number one for me, mastering appointment setting. Because even if you never recruited a soul and you just got licensed and wanted to be an agent and make some side money, as long as you could set appointments and present, you can close and you can make money. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, right? Mastering presenting. So like all of these kind of build on each other, right? Because you get good at getting on the appointment and then presenting, and then you got to overcome some objections. Pretty simple, right? We can teach you all this. Where does all of this stuff live? If you were going to go do a self-study course and not need me to help you at all, right? We have a thing called Teachable. You can literally go sit and learn all of this stuff. Now, I don't want you to do it alone because you're going to get there a lot faster and you're going to learn much more quickly being with somebody in the field, watching one of us do it. Guys, you'll learn more in the field in about an hour an appointment than you probably would in like 5, 10, 12 hours of studying on your own. I promise you. I promise you. Big time, right? The rest of these things happen. They just sort of happen, right, along the way. But these ones, yeah, huge. Appointment setting and presenting and then overcoming objections, that's like at the individual level, right? Mastering the products kind of happens along that. But then these ones down here, this is when you actually start building. Recruiting across the kitchen table. You're sitting down with a married client, married couple, you show them a ton of value, they move forward, they become clients. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, like, could you see yourself doing this? Be honest. Tell them how much money you just made, right? Tell them. If you just made 500 or $1,000, do you think they might be open to listening to understand and hear how they could make 500 or $1,000 sitting with a client helping them the same way you just did? I would argue, yeah, they probably can, right? And then mastering a fast start, getting new agents to get moving, getting them into their market, showing their market what they're going to be doing. And then the last one, and we're going to talk about this a little bit tonight, mastering the big event, like growing meeting attendance. Guys, last ECBS that we had together, we had a goal of having close to 50 people in person. I don't know that we're going to get there yet. We're close to 40 something ticket sales, but a lot of those people were just Zoom. I think right now we're probably looking at somewhere between 15 and 20, maybe again. I promise you, we are always the biggest in-person like attendance. And that's because we have such a strong commitment and it's because we talk about it, right? But mastering the big event. If you don't have a ticket yet for the East Coast Builder School, I have 7 left at the $20 flat rate. If you go try to buy a ticket right now, I don't know what it costs with the fees and everything else, but it's probably close to 35 bucks for one. I have 7 left from the flat rate that I bought way back in like September or whenever the heck. I don't even know when the last one was, January. I don't know. It was a while ago, right? When I bought those. And so if you want one and you need one, whether you're going to come in person or not, whether you're just going to Zoom, it's the same ticket. Okay. Even if you just Zoom, you'll get a recording, you get to watch it live, you get a full replay, everything. And trust me, you don't want to miss Hector. All right, I'm going to skip this for right now. This is getting into some of the incentive stuff that's going on. All right. So look, right now, especially if you're coming in person, if you're coming in person to Florida, right, in September, September 10th and 11th, so I would travel on the 9th, be there for the 10th and the 11th, go home on the 12th. Okay. So make a long weekend out of it, take a vacation, right? Right now, anybody that does one personal recruit and one life app, right? So a one by one is going to get into the afterburn party. That's what Andy and Brittany are calling it, right? So there's gonna be food, probably like drinks on your own kind of thing, depending on where we do it. But there will be food, there will be like great fun, there will be a lot of people, and it's going to be free. Okay, you just have to do it one by one, right? Just do it one by one. If you do three life apps of 600 AP minimum, you're going to get a t-shirt reimbursed. It's going to look like this, right? So the way the t-shirts work, guys, so that I don't have to like buy them and have them shipped to me and then reship to you, you buy your dang t-shirt, I'll pay you for your t-shirt. Good? Everybody good on that? It'll probably be like 22, $23, but it doesn't really matter for you because I'm going to pay for it as long as you've done three life apps. Okay. So like tonight, right before the meeting, we like Robin and I sat down with her husband. We got her covered, we got her spouse covered. Okay. So she's already got two. So she gets one more and she's got her t-shirt covered. We get five applications, right? And her husband will get a t-shirt as well if he wants one, right? If he doesn't want one, cool. Doesn't matter, right? Now look, anybody that does 10,000 in personal premium this month, if you're flying here for ECBS, I will personally, right, reimburse you up to $300 travel credit. And if you do 15, it's you and a spouse, right? So 600 in travel credit. I'm telling you, like, and this is just like scratching the surface. This is just the tip of the iceberg. None of this has to be licensed, right? Anybody, like if you did 10,000 in training premium, well, not only are you going to get reimbursed for some airfare, but you're also going to be set up for a $2,000 bonus as long as we've got the recruiting to go with it. And I'll go over that here in a second. Any questions on this? Do me a favor, put in the Zoom chat really quick. Who's planning on attending in person to ECBS? All right, so Webbs, Haley, I'm going to be there, obviously. Matt's going to be there, Serena and Justin, right? Guys, I promise you, look, I would rather you like get it on Zoom than nothing at all. But if you can get your butt down here, there is nothing. Trey, girl, I'm gonna spray some crab oil in your eye. Don't play with me. If y'all don't know, Trey's from Louisiana, right? She's a little Cajun, she's a little country, right? Last time when she came out, she stayed at the house for a little bit. She made us some good food. She left some crab oil here. So I still got it, right? You think I'm
I
playing?
only say I'm thinking about it because I'm gonna be the one checking y'all all in if y'all are in there in person. I have to go.
She'll be there. She'll be there. All right. So listen, like for real, I want you there because there is nothing like being at one of these events in person. It's super fun. And listen, this may be the last time we get Hector Lamarck like in the field in person. Hector does some stuff on Zoom. He showed up at a couple of big company events recently. But if you guys obviously like if you're new, you don't know who Hector Lamarck is. Hector is a legend in the business. Okay. Hector was around in like the late 80s, early 90s. He's built a gigantic, massive hierarchy of regional vice presidents. And his wife was actually diagnosed with cancer in the early 2000s. Hector shut his base shop down, right? He walked away from the business. But at that point, he was already, I think, a $2 million plus a year earner. And so he shut his personal business down, but everything from his hierarchy that had already been built kept paying him. Guys, for nearly 20, I think 22 years, Hector didn't do a single thing with the business until his wife passed away in 2024. He said he wasn't going to miss a minute with her, and he spent every day with her, traveling, making sure that they were like she was living the life that she wanted because they didn't know how much time she was going to have. They ended up getting almost 20 years. But the business kept paying him roughly 230, 40 grand a month. A month. Y'all, come on. A month. So when we say Hector is a legend, he's a freaking legend, right? Over his Primerica lifetime career, he's got to be north of 100 million. It's insane, guys. Like it's literally insane. But not only are you going to get Hector, right? You get our coaches, $1 million earners, Andy and Brittany. You get Assad and Lois Faraj, $2 million plus earners, John and Patty Lavin. Rezi, recent $1 million a year earner, Charlemont, Teschler, the Ortiz Generation Alliance. Like the Ortizes are here in Florida. Ed and Yvonne are both like Army vets. Ed was a helicopter crew chief back in the day, right? Great family. But yeah, like you're going to get training from all of them. Like, where else have you ever worked or been where people that make north of $1 million a year are going to train you and the cost of admission is 20 bucks for the weekend? Guys, if you were going to do some like Grant Cardone seminar or Andy Elliott or something like that, business like generic stuff doesn't even apply to your business specifically. You're probably paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for like a weekend seminar or like a day. I'm telling you, the tickets for ECBS are not designed to make money. It's literally like enough to pay for their recognition stuff and to pay to fly in the guest speakers and stuff. That's it. I'm telling you, that's it. But listen, you do not want to miss this. Even if all you did was get the Zoom ticket, I want you to get a Zoom ticket. I have 7 left. If you want one, text me, right? I'll give you the process to do it. It'll be free when you check out. You just cash at me or whatever, 20 bucks. Would you rather spend 20 bucks and get a ticket or 35? But I'll tell you what, like when they're gone, and I can't get any more, right? We're getting too close to the event. I don't think Rick will let me get any more at the discounted rate, and they definitely won't be 20 bucks. So I have 7 left. I want them to be used. I want you guys to attend at a minimum Zoom, right? I've already paid for them months ago. So 7 left. If you want one, text me. I'll get you the process to get it. Okay. Oh, by the way, what else is going on? As if this isn't enough, right? Guys, we have the Bahamas incentive trip going on right now. This month, though, if you just do one by one, meaning you get one direct recruit and you do 1,000 in life premium, whether you're training or licensed or both, right? As long as you do one by one this month, you either get reset into the last place that's earning in your category, and I'll go over that, right? Somebody remind me if I haven't gone over the categories at the end, because I'm going to show you the breakdown, right? Guys, Primerica is going to bring 1,500 couples in March to the Baha Mar. The Baha Mar is one of the nicest resorts in all of the Bahamas. People literally pay thousands and thousands of dollars to go stay at this place. It's insane. Where you're going to be in phase 1 or 2. I can't tell you which, right? So if you need to put in or like mark off time for vacation, I would just mark off the 1st through the 7th just in case. Right? Just in case. Generally, when there's only 2 phases, we've historically been phase 2. I'm just saying. But there's no guarantee. Stuff changes all the time. Okay. 1,500 slots. The competition started in May and it goes through November. Right now, this month is a reset. So, like for me, I'm already on track. I'm already earning the trip, right? Primerica is not going to reset me down to the bottom. They're going to give me an extra 150,000 points for the one by one. Okay. If you're not in a position because you're new and you're not already earning the trip, just doing one by one is going to, at the end of July, when everything cycles over into August, you're going to get reset to whatever that last place person that's earning the trip. So right now you could have 0 points for the trip, and at the end of the July you could have like 600,000 just for doing a one by one. That's what the reset means, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. But look, let's be real. Who doesn't want to go here? Look at this freaking place. I'm gonna find this turtle. Bet. I'm gonna swim with this joker, right? Airfare for 2, hotel stay for 2, food. Events, guys, like listen, you want to be here. I promise you. You do. Okay? So let's talk
Just
about
got back from the Bahamas and I didn't see no place over there as pretty as that. I didn't find it. I was
I'm
looking
telling
for
you,
it, but I didn't find it.
that place is amazing. We've never been there. We've looked at it multiple times, but then it's like I'm going a whole cruise for that. Like
Literally 4th of July, I was in the Bahamas. I didn't see that place. So wherever it's at, it's hidden. It's
it,
nice. It's
it's
big.
it is expensive. I ain't gonna lie, right? So hold on, I'm just changing the order a little bit. I don't think it'll let me. So I changed this, right? The company slide says $49 IBA. Yes, the IBA is normally 99, it's reduced to 49, but I always throw that extra 25 in so that people don't get confused, right? If you're going to onboard somebody right now and bring them into the business, it's 74 bucks. It's normally 124. Covers their license, it covers their fingerprints, covers all their exam fees, all their curriculum, right? It's only 74 bucks. So it's reduced, right? Everybody loves a sale, guys. Everybody loves a sale. And oh, by the way, even if somebody just wants to get licensed and they don't really want to be in the business, cool. Bring them in. There's nowhere else in the country that they can get a license that's theirs forever for 74 bucks. You can't do it. You literally can't do it. Okay. And right now, if you bring somebody in, right? You can earn what we're calling a game changer IBA, meaning you can waive somebody's cost completely for the IBA. So they waive the 49, but there's always going to be that $25, right? Because it starts your POL, your access to your app. It turns on your access to all the software, web-based stuff that we need to run our businesses. Okay. So look, whether you get one recruit or 1,000 in premium, it doesn't matter which one happens, you're going to earn a game changer IBA immediately. Immediately. So for the people right now, especially if you're new and you're still bonusable, right? You're in your bonus window. Guys, this is a free way to get a bonus. Think about it. If you were thinking about a life insurance policy for yourself anyway, and it's 1,000 AP, meaning it's 83.34 a month, right? 83 bucks. You do that, you get yourself covered, and then boom, you get a game changer. We will find somebody to use it. I promise you. We will find somebody to use it because that's going to be an automatic $200 bonus for you when you pass your exam. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So look, if you do this in a policy or you do the recruit first, it doesn't matter. You'll just get a second one. You get a second one to give away. It's another setup for a bonus. Okay. So right now, not only is it cheaper, you're going to get one out of it for free. If you think about it, right now, an IBA, like a license, is actually like 75% off when you think about your fact that you can get two. So, like, say I was going to recruit Angela and her husband. If I recruited Angela into the business right now, right? She pays 74 bucks. She gets a game changer for free as soon as we do something else, right? So that means I can then recruit her husband for 25 bucks. So now what normally would have cost the two of them together, $248, cost 99. That's crazy. Crazy, right? So I can literally recruit two people at once for less than what it would have cost as long as there's a game changer being used. It's awesome, guys, right? It's an awesome opportunity. So check it out. Right now, these are the ones that have been earned so far this month, right? I earned one and used it. Tyler's used one. Valia and Serena have used them, right? So that means we've all got direct recruits and some premium, most likely. And then we've used another one. Look, right now, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We have nine more licenses and IBAs that we can bless somebody with. Now, these are time limited, right? So that's why I built this, right? 17 days from the day you earn it. And that's why they're going in order so that we have more time to use it. Like, I'm not going to use this one necessarily before I would use this one. Now, Matt, it's yours, dude. If you got somebody, give it away. Do what you want, right? But, but if I'm just looking to use them up, field trainers, right? Use the one that's going to expire the soonest. Make sense? Cool. Now check this out. These are going to continue all the way through the month of July. There's going to be somebody that we bring into the business like towards the end of the month of July. It's going to carry over into the middle of August. It ain't just going to zap and disappear. So cool thing too is like these will carry over. Okay. So don't freak out. Right. So Jamia, Cassidy, Nazia, Steve Ross, Jose, Haley, Cleo, Paige, right? Don't call her Cleo, she'll probably freak out, right? Robin and Matt. All of you guys have earned one. And I may have missed somebody because a whole like there was like a flurry of activity that happened the other day. So, but these are the ones right now that I know for sure that are available, guys. So look, if you have not recruited somebody yet directly this month, put me in the Zoom chat, please, because I want to show you guys how many more. If if everybody that has not recruited somebody or done a policy yet of any kind does one in the next couple of days, we're going to be able to get more of these to give away. There's no limit. Everybody can get one, right? Everybody can get one. So Angela, Kurt, Jen, you guys haven't earned one yet. We can get one. Katie, right? Hasn't gotten one yet. Adeline hasn't gotten one yet. Brittany, Josh Mead, Megan, right? I'm looking at the names. Eric, Trey. Guys, there's 10 more. Alyssa, 11. There's 10, 11 more that if you guys bring somebody into the business or do 1,000 in premium, that we're going to be able to give away and help and use. So look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 16 new teammates for the month. That's 25. If all of you guys go do one each, that's another 11. That's 36. And we can give 11 away more, right? We're almost at 50. We're almost at 50. If we want to grow over last year in July, we need to hit 53. We did 52 last year in July. We need 53. So 53 for the rest of the month is the goal, right? We're at 16 right now. That means we got what, 37 more to do? We can do it. Guys, there's never been a better chance. There's never been a better opportunity. Never been a better opportunity. Why? Because one, it's cheaper than it's ever going to be. Two, you get one and then you get to give one. It's like a BOGO. It's like where else can you do this? And especially if you're in your bonus window, guys, you can you can keep building. Okay. So this is from the company stuff, right? So either one recruit and 1,000 of process premium, right? Or if you're investment license, you do a recruit and do 10,000 of investments. Either way you wanted to do it. You either get reset to the last on track slot or 150,000 bonus points, whichever one is going to help you more, right? So the company is going to do whatever is better for you. I'm going to skip this. This is cool, right? This is still going on, right? So if you're new in the business, you log into your app within the first 24 hours, Primerica puts $50 into your bonus bank, right? And then while you're getting licensed, as long as you finish the class, you finish your chapters and finish your exam, right? The certificate exam or the readiness exam, whatever you have for your state, Primerica is going to put an extra 50 bucks in there, which means for most of you, your first bonus that shows up should be $300. But you got to get a one by one, guys. If if you don't at least get a one by one in your bonus window, there is no bonus. Like if you've got $100 sitting in your account right now, but you don't get a one by one, it's actually zero. Because you see how this is like credits? Until you have a one by one and then you pass your exam, there is no bonus. And it's in the fine print down there, right? But you need a one by one. So it's either going to be like 300 or zero. I don't know what you guys would want, but I think I would rather take 300 than zero. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Just this is the promotion chart. It's just a different, like fancified version of it, but it's the same. All right. It's the same. And so look, everybody starts as a rep at a 25% commission contract. Right now, that one by one is an extra $200 bonus. Every one by one. Recruit 1,000 in premium. Doesn't matter which way it happens, right? It literally doesn't matter. It's a $200 bonus every single time. Guys, the goal for everybody is to get to a district contract. We want everybody at least to think about sprinting to district because at a 50% contract, some pretty cool things happen. One, it's 100% pay raise from where you started. Oh, dang it, went too fast. When was the last time at your job that you had 100% pay raise ever? Ever, right? I mean, unless you were like getting paid zero and now all of a sudden you're getting paid something. Like you used to volunteer for free and now you get paid, right? That doesn't count. I'm talking you used to get paid and then you got 100% pay raise. Like you started at 10 bucks an hour and then immediately they took you to 20. Never, right? Most people get like a great pay raise is a 10% pay raise, right? I want to give you 100% pay raise from when you started. I want to double your commission forever. Did you guys know that, right? Especially like the new people. Did you guys know or do you remember that once you get to a commission level, you lock it in forever? Just a reminder, right? You lock it in forever. Okay. So when you lock it in forever, look, here's the big one, guys. A lot of people will get one promotion, right? They'll lock in that senior rep promotion. Most should get to that 50% contract level. This is sort of like starting to get into like rare air, right? I want to shout out Tyler. He's on a cruise. He's not here right now. That's okay. He just got appointed today. He ended up with a $1,300 bonus and he'll have a 60% contract as soon as the system catches up. That means when he comes back and he's ready to start writing business, on average, he's probably going to be making close to $600 a client. That's pretty baller forever, right? Minimum, meaning the next time he gets a promotion, he's at 70%, assuming he runs the numbers. Guys, that's the beauty of this. But look, doing it now when you're in your field training window is awesome because you get to do it with half the work and you don't have to schedule your first investment exam. You can do all of this unlicensed all the way up. Right now, if you want to take a 70 or 80% contract, you have to run some pretty good size numbers and you have to be fully independent, meaning you can run your own interviews, you have your own calendar set up, you can close life appointments, life insurance clients. Okay. You have to be fully independent to take those. These 60% and below, you can be a silent partner. Silent partner making what? About 300 bucks a client for a referral. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Now, the last thing, right? And this, I know we talked about this last week or a while ago, but we haven't really like been hitting on it. This is still going. Okay. For those of you that have been around for a little bit and you're at like that 35% contract level, maybe it just didn't happen the way you like wanted it to, right? Guys, go do two apps. Go do two apps. 600 AP minimum, right? If you go write a big one and it's 1200 AP plus and it would have been the equivalent of 200 of 600 AP, we'll have a conversation. As long as it processes, as long as it's good business, we'll have a conversation. Okay. So I'm open to it. I'm reasonable, right? But two apps, right, gets you promoted, right? Haley, this would probably be a good one for Christian. I know he's not bonusable, but hell, if we can get him promoted, that's a great thing for him to take a look at. Okay. I know he's not here. I think he's working, but I'm just saying that's a good conversation for you guys to have. Look, all the way to 70%, guys, right? So my division leaders out there, if you're already at a division contract, look, I'm not giving 70% promotion contract away for two apps. It's not happening. Even at a four app, you're you're stretching it. That's kind of a steal. But you go do four apps. I mean, if you were scraping the minimum, that'd be 2,400 in premium, 600 AP minimum, right? I'm telling you, guys, you for those of you that are sitting at like the senior rep and district level, this is your chance. Four apps from a senior rep to a division forever. Come on. That's huge, right? That's huge. Matt, you're full time? Prove it. Here we go. Let's go get it, man. Four apps. That's all you need. That's all you need. So look, guys, it's 8:40. I'm gonna cut this off on if there's no questions. Are there any questions? Is this confusing at all? Right? Anybody needs clarity on this? Because I want to show you really quick how simple this can actually be, especially when we're talking about like a couple hundred, like 600 AP, right? I know, especially for some of the new people, that can be like, oh, that sounds like a lot. It's not. It's really not. Watch this. Watch this. Who? Katie, can you hear me? Can you throw how old you are in the Zoom chat for me, Miss Katie Accord? 27. Do you have any children? One. Are you married? Do you have a significant other? Or is it just you? Pretty much married. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So watch this, guys. So Katie's probably in South Carolina, if I had to guess. The prices don't change by the states, right?
Georgia.
Georgia? Okay. Same difference. That proves my point. Prices don't change by the states, right? Those are just the states that I'm licensed in. Katie, how old is your spouse? Mm, mm, mm. 26. Awesome. Oh, he's not 70. But that's a good teaching point. I'll show you guys here in a second. 250, 350, 25. All right. So real quick, why am I jumping around with all of these numbers, right? Why did I jump right to 250,000 and 25,000 on the kids? Well, 150,000, 250,000, and 500,000 are your normal, we call them banding points, right? Think about them as like a bulk discount. Okay. Bulk discount meaning if you're somewhere between the 150 and 250 range, you're probably not giving your client the best value. Okay. There are actually spots where you could give them less coverage and charge them more. Did anybody see the old price? So right now for 230,000, it's 48.55. Katie, can I give you another 20,000 in coverage and save you $4 a month? The answer is yes. Absolutely. Right. So you want to be at those banding levels, guys, when you're working with clients. Sometimes they're going to tell you weird numbers, right? They might say, well, I only want like 100,000 in coverage. Hey, great, perfect. Can I show you that? Yeah. Can I show you like, can I give you like 50% more coverage for another $5? They're probably going to say yes, because that's probably going to make sense, right? I mean, you can't even get a Starbucks for $5. Can I give you another 50,000 in life insurance for $5? Hell yeah, right? Now, kids, we always put kids on for 25,000. You can put them on for anything between 1 and 50. But why would I charge a client $27 a month for 50,000 on a kid when 150,000 on them is 33, right? Oh, by the way, and Haley already put it in the Zoom chat, we put kids on for 25,000 because the future value of that is really tied to that number. Kids can stay on the rider until they're 25. When they age off, if they're healthy, they can have as much as they want and as much as they can qualify for. But if they've got some health issues, right? I mean, let's be honest. How many of us know kids that have type 1 diabetes? They've had some sort of cancer thing. They've had some sort of crazy diagnosis that you would never want to see for a child or anybody for that matter, but not even, but definitely not for a kid. Well, so my biggest example with this is I have a friend whose son has blood cancer, right? We got him covered years ago. He's one of 8 children in the country at the time when he was diagnosed that had this kind of cancer. That's how rare it was. We didn't know if he was going to make it. He's good. It's all in remission. He's fine. But that's in his history. The odds of him getting life insurance later in life, who knows? But when he ages off of the rider at 25, he's guaranteed to be insurable for 5x the coverage and it caps at 125,000. So had we put him on for 10,000, 5x would be 50. That's the most he can have. But we put him on for 25, right? Because it maximizes the future value. Oh, by the way, they have 4 kids. So the cost for their life insurance for all 4 kids is 1355, and each child is covered for 25,000 each. My record on a child rider, guys, is one grandmother covered every single grandchild. There were 15. 25,000 each, $13. The only constraint is that the adult's policy has to cost more than the child rider. Her policy, I think, was like $25 a month. It was literally 15,000 in coverage. It was the lowest amount of coverage that we could do for her so that she could cover all the grandbabies. It wasn't about her at all. It was about the grandbabies. She wanted them protected. So for like 30 bucks or something, 40 bucks a month, we covered her and all the grandbabies. Crazy, crazy, right? So check this out, Katie. You guys are young, right? You and your husband are young, right? So if we did 150,000, personally for me, guys, the sweet spot is 250,000. Watch. I can give a client another 100,000 in coverage for $11. If they're already open to it for 150,000 for 33 bucks, do you really think they're going to balk at another 10 bucks for another 100,000 in coverage? If they're already open to it, right? If they're already open to it. So for Katie and all the kids, we're looking at what, like 58, 59, and then her husband is a male. He's a little bit younger, but he's still a male, right? And so for a man is always going to be a little bit more expensive than a woman, almost always, right? Almost always. And so for him, it's 58 bucks, right? So I can cover that entire family with a quarter million on each parent and 25,000 total on the kids, because there's probably going to be more, let's be honest, right? And it's probably like a third of what they pay for their car insurance. Katie, do you know how much you guys pay a month for your car insurance by chance? Is it more or less than $116? I'll go on a limb and say it's more, if I had to guess. So if it's more and you wreck the car, how much do you think the car insurance company is willing to send you in a check if the car is totaled, right? And they total it out. What's the most they're ever going to send you? 15, 20 grand, maybe. You drive something really nice, like 30, but now your car is totaled and we lost your husband. That 30 grand that's paying for the car ain't doing a whole lot. Guys, stop thinking about it as life insurance and think about it as income protection. Because God forbid something happens and I lose the primary income producer for a household, guys, we're not worried about the funeral. We're worried about how are we keeping the freaking lights on and food on the table and the mortgage paid. It's income protection. So tonight, take a serious look at God forbid something happened to you or your spouse. Which one of you is the primary income? And now imagine life without the income. That's life insurance, guys. That is truly what it's for. It's that way until you're self-insured. Look, right? I don't want you to pay for life insurance forever, but I want you to have it while you need it. This is what it's really all about. It's decreasing responsibility. Okay. You're young right now. Your liability is up here. Your need for replacing an income is way up there because your money and your assets is way down here. 35 years from now, Katie, you and your husband are in your early 60s. Your kids are grown, your debt's gone, your house is paid off. I ain't worried about replacing your income so much anymore. Not if we've done the right things, because your assets should outweigh your liability. Okay? Think about this, guys. Look, how many life insurance companies can you think of that is going to teach somebody how to get out of the need for the one thing that has their name on it? We own our life insurance company. It's the only thing with our name on it. But at the end of the term, I don't want you to need it. I really don't. I want you to plan and I want you to project and say, hey, by the time I'm done with this term, oh, by the way, because the price never changes, it's level term. When I'm done with that term, I'm going to have 1.5 million, 2.5 million, whatever that financial independence number is. That's the goal. That's the goal, right? So let's jump back over here really quick, right? Because I'm a simple man, right? $58 a month. I'm going to use the calculator. I'm just saying 58, and I'll give you the pennies, right? Times 12. That's the annual premium. Is that more or less than 600? More, right? So that's more than 600. I'm gonna delete him really quick just so I can see what the total cost is for her and the girls, or her and the baby. Oh, it's almost the exact same price. 58.14. Okay. Well, add 12 more cents. So it's 697 and 68 cents, right? More than 600. If we're going back to this and we're looking at the 2 app promotion, is that a promotion guaranteed? 2 apps, right? Over 600 AP. That's a promotion guaranteed. Oh, by the way, Katie's new. She's in her bonus window. So if we did that twice, is that more or less than 1,000? I know, stupid question. It's more. So if she does that and it processes, she gets a promotion. What else does she get? What else does she get? She gets a game changer. So that means her family's now protected correctly, and the company's going to give her a game changer. So if we've got more than 1,000 and we have a game changer and we can get her a 1 by 1, what else did she get? A bonus to go with the promotion. Guys, do you see why I'm so serious about July being like crazy? Everything just builds and stacks on itself. Oh, by the way, she's set for the party if she's coming to East Coast Builder School because she got a 1 by 1. Guys, there's so much going on. And reset for the Bahamas. Yeah. And, oh yeah. And one more app, she gets a shirt. Thanks, Matt. Guys, look, it's crazy. That's why I wanted tonight to be about the incentives because there's so much going on. There's so much going on. I'm going to turn that whole presentation into a PDF and I'm going to drop it in Telegram when I'm done. That way you guys have access to it. Don't get married to the game changer, that slide that's in there, because that's going to change, right? But nothing else will. That's the only piece of that that will change. Okay. So listen, 2 app promotion, reset for the Bahamas, afterburner party if you're coming in September, even if you're not sure if you're coming or not, heck, lock in a slot, get an invite, get in the door, come party, have fun. Please. I would like we want you there, right? This week we're probably going to lock in we're going to try to get at least 2 Airbnbs so that way we can sort of like be in 2 places, right? It'll be cheaper than trying to get hotels on your own. But if we're going to do that, what I generally do is I reserve them and pay for them, and then we just divide up the cost of the Airbnb by the number of people that are staying in the Airbnb. That way it's fair, right? If it holds six and we got six going and it's $1,000 for the weekend, 1,000 divided by six is what we're paying per the person. Does that make sense? If you don't want to stay in one, you don't have to. I'm just saying it's going to be an option. It's going to be an option. If we only have enough like feedback to where we need one, then I'll just get one. Okay. But I'll reserve it that way nobody else has to be like out of pocket for it for 2 months. Okay. I'll eat that and then you guys pay me. But if I'm going to eat it, it's kind of fair that the people that said they're coming are going to pay me. Yes? Everybody? Yeah? Good? Cool? Okay. So that's the way we'll do that. And then again, you if you want to just have your own hotel room because you don't like people, cool. I'm okay with that too, right? I get it. Trust me. Melissa and I will are gonna stay down in the Airbnbs this time. So we're going to be down there with you guys in one of the houses, and we'll float back and forth. Probably plan Saturday night. We'll have the afterburner party after the thing back at one of the Airbnbs, whichever one's probably a little bigger. We'll probably have everybody back there for like the after party. Friday before the event kicks off in the afternoon, we'll probably do like a big team lunch at Johnny's. It's sort of a tradition at this point. I hope you like Italian food. It's delicious, right? Just go with
It's
it.
about it's about the brand.
It is about the bread. It's 1,000% about the bread, but it's like old school Florida inside. It kind of has like a weird
It's
mob
so
vibe.
good, y'all. So
Yeah.
good.
No, it's super good, guys. But yeah, like don't miss it. I'm gonna stop this recording.